Okay, so this may or may not be my second take of this video because the first one was a flop. So I just finished washing my face and I put this on my face first, and it's snail mucus because snails need to be wet, and so their mucus retains water, which retains water and moisture, so your face needs to be moisturized and plump. And then I need a new moisturizer because it's a body moisturizer, but I don't even care because it's really good. It's for your body, but whatever. And then what I don't do anything to my eyebrows. I'll like push them up with my fingers. That's it. And then I get some product with this little like brush. It's a Morphe brush. It's like $1. And then I just follow the shape of my eyebrow. Like that. And then I'll kind of spread the concealer all over my eyelid. And then I'll do the same thing on this one. If I need to, I'll grab some more. I try not to grab too much though because I don't want it to be thick, and if it's thick I'll just spread it out my eyelid. And then I just blend it. And then I'll blend the middle just upwards. And then sometimes I'll just take this sponge, like just a basic sponge. Make sure it's all blended. And I don't have my glasses or my contacts on right now, so sometimes I have to get like really close to the mirror. Anyways, so this is a sample of the Laura Mercier pore controlling or oil controlling pore blurring primer or something like that. I just grab like a tiny amount like that. That might be too much. And I just dot it where I have like oil, or like where it gets oily, which is my T-zone. But like I don't really put it on my forehead, so I like rub it into the pores. I try not to put it right here because I have like really dry spots right there, like irritated. You can see it's like red. And then I'll put on my smile lines because they crease sometimes, which I don't know why they crease, but well, because I smile a lot. Okay, I let that sit for like a minute or two. So I know it's a bit of a jump because Mexicans cannot film anything in a house because everyone likes, well, I don't know about Mexicans, but everyone likes to come into my room. So my parents came in my room, not a big deal. All I did was put my foundation on, put it on really light because last time I put it on really cakey, and that's why I started the video over. So I put it on with this one because it's in like the little samples. I put it on with this one. I put like 2 dots over here, one on my nose, one on my forehead, and then I take this brush, which is really thin, and then I spread it out with this. It's basically like painting my face. I use this because it provides like the best coverage basically, because when you use a sponge it soaks up product because it's a sponge, but a brush won't soak up too much product and it'll try to just distribute it all over your face. But since like the brush leaves like streaks, I will take just the sponge again and lightly like press it into my face like that. And then after that I go in with my concealer and I just put like a dot right here where like the darkest part of my bags are, right there. And I try not to put it anywhere else because it gets cakey. I don't like that. I like it to look like skin. So then I go in, I like look straight forward and I try to blend it downwards, not upwards. I'll go inwards like towards my nose because I don't want it to go right here. Like if you see like that crease, that's where it's gonna get creased. And I don't like that look. So the only reason your makeup may crease is because too much product or oils in your face, which mine I think is a mixture of both, so I just tend not to put any product there. But honestly, it's kind of unavoidable unless you just don't put any product there. So then, yeah, I'll just blend it like that. Doesn't have to be perfect because then I'll go back in after I do my bronzer. I just blend it upwards because I like to look snatched. But yeah. So then after that, I go with my e.l.f. Putty bronzer and this just like stippling brush by, what is it, Real Techniques. I just go in like that. I do like, if I have too much product on the brush, I'll just go in on the other side. But I just want to press like in to my face because you want to blend it. And again, I'll smile sometimes because I want to see where my cheekbones are, and that's where I'll put it. And I blend upwards, don't blend downwards, because you want like a shadow or like, yeah, the shadows of your face. And so you want to make the illusion that you have like cheekbones or whatever. And then I put on my eyelid because I'll put eyeshadow on my eyelid, but this like creates that shadow without me having to put eyeshadow on it, but I still put eyeshadow there. And then like maybe I'll like do like little circles to blend it together so it's not like a harsh line, but I try not to blend it downwards. And then I'll grab a little bit more, blend it there to my hairline. And then I try not to do too much because I don't want to look orange. But if I do like put too much, like if you put too much, just like go in with the sponge that you use to blend your face. It'll diffuse some color. On cheese mostly I like to see who drives in the neighborhood. I don't even know any of them, but whatever. So then I do the same thing to this side. Try not to like streak it back and forth because then you'll leave streaks if you want it to look like blended. Kind of go into like the apples of the cheeks or whatever. And I grab a little bit and I just go along the line of the jaw to like create that shadow sort of, and then I'll blend it right here. But I don't like, I just kind of blend. After that, I will go in with my Rare Beauty blush, which is just liquid blush, and I'm running out of it, so I like scraped it right now. It's called Happy. I like that shade. Anyway, I do the same thing basically. But for this one, I blend it like sort of into my eye, so like it sort of is like a gradient. And I'll blend upwards to snatch your face or whatever. And sometimes I'll blend upwards like that so it blends. So then, I take my concealer. It's like pretty blended. I take my concealer and basically just like go over the more darker spots because I like to make sure that my bags are gone. And I'll just put like a little dot right here. Like not too much because I don't want it to look super cakey. Just like that. And then I go in with like the tip of my beauty blender, and then I go in really lightly because the harder you go in, the more it separates, but the lighter you go, the more concentrated it stays. So you just like, again, I'm just like blending it down and not into this crease. I just blend it into like the spots that are darker on my face. I'll just go in if I feel like it needs more. Sometimes I'll go in with like a little bit more. Like I feel like this one is still kind of dark. I can't really tell until after I put powder though. So it's better to just go with a little bit more, like it's literally like dots. It's better to go in with more than having to put powder on your face, because if you put too much powder on your face, then that's when you look like dusty. There, so it like looks highlighted, you know. Then sometimes with whatever's left over, I'll put it like right here, because I have like a birthmark in the middle of my forehead. And then I make sure that everything's blended. Sometimes I'll go in with like the other side, because this side has product on it, this side it doesn't, so I just make sure that the creases of my nose. And then after that, I go in with my Urban Decay De-Slick Oil Controlling whatever, and then I'll just spray it, let that dry a little bit, and then I go in with my Laura Mercier powder. Anyway, it's shade Translucent. I love it. It makes my skin look so soft, but it doesn't like dry out my skin, because I tried the One Size by Patrick Star. Yeah, I tried that. Holy crap, it dried my face out like crazy. But since it does crease under my eyes, I'll like make sure to blend those creases out with the end that doesn't have product on it, because if I put product, it's gonna crease even worse. So I grab the end that doesn't have product and I'll lightly just blend out those creases, and I just stay like looking like towards the mirror, whatever, but I have to look down. And I'll grab the powder and I'll tap it on the back of my hand to evenly distribute it, and then I'll lightly tap on my face. And I do my under eyes first so I can do the rest. And then if it does crease again, like it's a little bit crease, okay, do that step again. I have the powder ready. These nails. And then yeah, and then I just go with the rest of my face. But I create like that line upwards to snatch your face. And again, when you like dip back in, you just, and I put powder all over my face, which like some people don't, which is fine, but I like to make sure that my face won't transfer onto something else. Just go back and forth when I do my nose, because I want it to look even. And my forehead, sometimes I like just do the middle of it like that. I don't really do the outsides. And then for this one, I'll take like the edge of my, I just like kind of make a line like that. And I'll blend the powder down. But then I'll go on top of it right here and sort of blend it, because you don't want a harsh line. And then for my eyes, I'm like creasing, so I just go over them really quick, and I dip back in. And I don't use too much powder because you're gonna go over it with eyeshadow. So then once I look like that, I will get this brush. I don't even know where it's from, but it's my bronzing brush, and I go in with my Hoola by Benefit matte bronzer powder. It's almost done, and I just tap it in there. And it's kind of empty, so I probably wouldn't tap it in there if it wasn't, but then I'll sort of go like that, and I'll tap it a couple times on my face, kind of where I put that powder bronzer before. And the difference is I'll go over my nose like that, but like really lightly, because sometimes if you go over your nose, it'll take some product off your nose, which happens to me, but not too often. And then just like really lightly. You don't want it to look too orange, you know, but at the same time I look kind of yellow right now. After that, I will go in. I have 2 different blushes. Holy crud. These nails. This is my Laura Mercier. It's kind of broken, which is sad, but I found this one at Ross. So I originally found this one at Ross, and then I went to South Padre with my boyfriend, and I'll dip in my brush like once or twice because that's really powerful. And I'll do the same thing I did with the bronzer on the back of my hand. Well, I took it to South Padre, and I smile again, and just blend up, stipple again. I went to South Padre, and I love this shade. Like, I think it's like a really good shade for my face. I opened it, and it fell onto the Airbnb's floor, and it was a nightmare to clean it up. So, yeah. And then I was so sad because it's actually a discontinued shade from Laura Mercier, and I like to blend it. Like, I kind of want it to look like Radiant, but it's discontinued. But then I found another one at a different Ross. So then I will just get boyfriend was calling me. This is my Wet n Wild brush. I just don't want to make another video, but I will go in. I have to get my eyeshadow. Usually I just use like my bronzer as an eyeshadow, but recently I've been using my ColourPop Bare Necessities. It's just eyeshadow, and I go in with Banter. I don't know if you can see it. It's like this light brown. It's just like to bring some color, and I concentrate it on the inside first. Just go back and forth like that. Little circles. Back and forth. Yeah, just bringing that color back so your lids don't look like all one shade. And then I'll go in with like, I love makeup. I'll go in with a thinner brush because that one was like a wider like buffing brush, and this one's like for your under eyes like that. And I'll go in with the same shade. I'll tap it a couple times. And I'll just go just like that. My boyfriend called me. Anyways, I didn't do anything else other than put some eyeshadow under my eyelid because on Instagram was like, eyeshadow life hack, put it under your eyes because it looks more natural, which is true. So I just put the eyeshadow over here, both eyes, and then with this brush, but actually I kind of use a different one. I use this one. I'll go in with that same shade, and I'll like do the same thing and like, put it on the back of my hand like that because I don't want like too much. And sometimes I'll go like that, but I go like right here and kind of contour my nose. And I'll go right here to like define the bridge or whatever. Just blend. And then sometimes I'll go over like the middle right here. But for that one, I use the one that went under my eye because it's more like defined. Like really lightly, like don't like press down, like really lightly. Like almost tickling your nose or whatever. Sometimes I'll use this one to like create the line. But then I go back in with this one and I just like blend it. Like I try not to blend too hard because then the product comes off my nose sometimes. Like the foundation will come off my nose, and that makes me so angry because it looks so not good. But yeah, like I try not to contour my nose too much because I don't like when it's like obvious. I will grab this powder from KVD that I found at Sephora like on sale. probably 6 years ago. I've had it for too long, but it's like I've had it for 6 years and I barely like running out. I'm trying to find another one. I don't know where, but I have a different like sponge or whatever for it. I'll like fold it and I'll dip it in there, and then I'll tap it on the back of my hand because you don't want too much product. And then I do my under eyes. And basically what it does is just it brightens, like you can literally see, like it just brightens the under eye. And it's like, it's basically powder foundation that's a shade too light for me. And I'll go over like the nose contour because it like blends it better and makes it look not too harsh. But I do like to do that little dot on the end of my nose to make it look like a little doll nose or whatever. And then I'll dip back in to do the other side. Yeah, it sort of also like blends the blush. Just wherever, like, you mainly want to focus it right here and highlight like the middle of your face and then snatch. And then I think this is where I would go in with this other blush that I got, and I love it so much because it actually blends really nice. I love all of them, they're really good, but I'll like take whatever product I have on my brush and then again I'll dip into it. You don't need too much. And I'll roll underneath my nose. And then after that, what do? I usually do my lips. So I get like a a tissue. Like, I literally have this mirror on a tissue box because it's too tiny compared to the one I have at my apartment. I'll just take, let's ignore that. I'll take the product off my lip. I just think that like my lip liner goes on a little bit better when I don't have any product on my lips. Why are they so pink? Anyways, okay, so this is a big secret between whoever's watching this video and me. My boyfriend got me these for Christmas, and since they're from Ulta, he used my discount to buy them. But they got to my house, and I've been wanting these because they're part of a, like, they were like used in a collab with MAC and some creators. I ran downstairs. So it was a shade Stone in MAC, and then Sell Out. I love them. I'm so excited. You won't know. Anyways, I'm so excited. It's so pretty. Ooh. It's kind of like a gray beige. And you kind of see how like I don't really move the pencil, I move my face, which is kind of weird. But it's because I'm just following the shape of my lips. My lips, I think, takes the longest, like it's not even, and it takes me a while. They actually don't sell this shade in our Ulta, so I haven't been able to try it. You have to order it online because it's sold out everywhere. So then after I line my lips, which I'll keep going back, I like it, and I'll just kind of blend it into my lips to like make a gradient. I like that. do the same thing. I'm a big overliner. I love overlining. That's cute. I saw a hack too where you go with the back of your pencil and you go to blend it. Which I think is nice. But my boyfriend can't know I touched it. Put it back in. Oops. Put it back in its box too. And then he's gonna wrap it up for me. No one will ever know. Was it even? Whatever. I just want to try it. My first MAC lipstick. And it's this pretty pink. You just go on the inside. That's cute. But he can't know I touched it. So let's go back in. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. But I am gonna go back in. I hope I brought it because I have forgotten it before. I have another lip pencil. It's also from MAC. Literally my lips just take the longest. I go in with this brush and I think it's really cute because it's meant to look like a pencil. I found it at like Marshalls. I don't know. And then I'll go in with my Cookie highlighter, which is somewhere around here. Oh, I also just bought this one. And I love it. Anyway, my dog is climbing on my backpack. So I'll go in with this pencil and lightly, like, tap it like that. And then I'll go really lightly on my nose, like, barely anything. And then I'll use my finger to blend it out. Because I don't want it to, like, look too obvious. And then I'll go in the middle of the bridge to highlight it. And then I'll go inner corners to highlight the inner corners of your eyes to brighten them. And yeah. And then I have so many brushes. This brush by e.l.f. And I'll go in really lightly and smile. Just lightly dust it right here. And just kind of like brings the shiny back to your face. Sometimes I'll go in right here. Yeah. And then I grab like an eyebrow pencil to sort of create the freckles on my face. And sometimes I'll use it as a lip liner for like a brown. Because it's really cheap. And then after this, I think is when I spray this on my face. And I gotta get my fan ready. I'll do a good coat. I'll grab my pencil and I'll just go into my eyebrows. Just the bottoms though, not really top, because then you can tell. Like I used a pencil. I don't like that look. So then once this is like sort of dry, this is when I will curl my eyelashes. I don't like this one because it doesn't like work. It's the Revlon one. It like sort of works, but like I have to like. I used to have this one by Ulta, but I bought this one before I bought that one. The one from Ulta like recently broke, so I was like, I have this one, I might as well use it. I get my telescopic waterproof because my lashes fall. Yeah, and I sort of blink through them. See, if you ever get mascara, let it dry. Don't like wipe it off right away because it'll smear. Let it dry. And then you go in and like flick it off because it'll just flake right off. I have this other one. I love this one, but I can't. It's a brown mascara. I love brown because it makes it look more natural. But I can't use it on this one. On the top ones because they fall. I use it on my bottom ones. After that, I get my lashes. And it's the individual ones I have like right here. They're right there. I get my tweezers. I used to have these different tweezers, and I don't know where they went. But I just get my face tweezer. Grab my glue. Just this one. And I put it on the band, like right, I don't know if you can see, right here. And I just do like a little thin line. Like I don't glob it on because then you'll get glue in your eyeball. Let them kind of like sit for like probably 30 seconds or like a minute. And just let them get tacky because then they stick on your eyeballs better. Let's see. I make sure there's no glue on them because if there's glue, like it doesn't like release when I release, which is really annoying. So then I grab it like this right at the end of it, and I'll look, and I'll just release it almost to the waterline, just like that, like super easy. And I'll pinch it. That's it. And I just keep doing that over and over. It doesn't take that long. They literally just stick for you, so like it's pretty freaking easy. And then my last one is the hardest one because it's like right freaking here, but I just do the same thing, make sure and hope. What is it? Prayer, hopes and prayers. I don't know, whatever. Oh my god, let's go. Yep. And then I know it's scary, but I will just go in and pinch them. And yes, I've pinched my eyes before, so it happens to all of us. Yep. Sometimes they can be really annoying. I don't want it to fall on my powder again. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna, I put the curlers in, but I think I might just put it up. Thank you for watching.